Well, good morning to me. I don't know what time it is where you are. Probably good evening, huh? One what? See you in a minute. Baby Della and I are at Starbucks. I'm feeling a little bit homesick today. I was feeling really homesick yesterday. Coffee in Korea is not strong enough, so I had to come to Starbucks. Anyway, how are you guys? Good morning to you. I'm about to go up to school, start my day. I was feeling really homesick a couple days ago because I got lost on the bus. Everything looks the same. So I didn't know where to get off the bus because everything looks exactly the same. Hey, Lisa. Somebody tell Ted I'm live. He said he keeps missing me live. And we are just now getting over that cold that started last time you saw us. We've been spending our weekends getting better. And hopefully we're better now. But I had to come to Starbucks and get some real coffee because Korean coffee just ain't hitting. I got this little thing I'm keeping in my bag. This is the strongest coffee I could find, but it's still not hitting. I won't be on here long. I just had to say hello because I miss you guys. I need to connect with some Americans pre-segregation before Jim Crow begins in America. I thought I'd reconnect with you guys. Maybe you guys could catch me up on what's really going on with that, because I've only been able to see from YouTube what's happening with this whole segregation thing. I went out with my boss and his wife this weekend, and I was telling them about it, and they were like, what?
And they had sweet potato with them.
You had a sweet potato? Oh, they had their baby, yeah. You want to say hi?
Hello.
Anyway, you know me. I'm drinking my quad shot blonde ristretto with 4 pumps of vanilla because they don't have brown sugar. And I'll shades on her yogurt and banana. Man, I went fruit shopping last week. Oh my God, y'all. I spent about $45 on 3 mangoes, a bag of oranges, and a head of lettuce. When they say fruit and vegetables are expensive here, they were talking about $11 for 9 oranges. And she was like, that's a great deal. They want to charge about $13 for 4 apples. I won't be eating apples for a while. I just spent $3 on 2 bananas. $3 on 2 bananas. I said everything else is inexpensive, but that fruit and that orange, that apple, and that lettuce is gonna hit you over the head. I think I spent $3.50 American for a head of lettuce. The bottle of dressing costs less than the head of lettuce. I was like, last night I cooked up some vegetables and ate every drop. You finished with it? For now?
Yeah.
Hold on to it because we got about 30 minutes before I'm going upstairs. I had a work conference this weekend on Saturday, so I'm not going into work until 9 o'clock. Because the conference started on color people's time. Yes, Koreans, you are on color people's time too. The conference started about 30 to 45 minutes late, although they let us out a half an hour early. I said I was not going to work early today. Thank you, Lisa. We are feeling better. Today the air quality is a little bad. It's 108, which is bad, but it's not Beijing bad. And we don't live near any like factories or anything. So Korea's air is a lot better than China's air. But right now we're getting yellow pollen from China because it's pollen season in China. And so we're getting yellow pollen from China, which means we got a few things happening. So we're wearing our masks outside. And I think I need to run a air purifier in my apartment because it seems like as soon as I walk in the house, I sneeze. So we'll see what's popping. Update, we did finally find a permanent home. We'll be moving in. Hold on, let me get a napkin. Oh, I didn't see that. There's a cup rinser over there. That's what he's doing, rinsing his cup. We finally found the apartment that we want. The telltale sign that this was the one was that it has a full-size kitchen. It's just like every other place I looked at, except it has a full-size kitchen, which means a lot to me. But we'll be moving in at the end of April to our permanent home. So shout outs to us for finally finding that. Shout outs to my boss and the real estate agent who happens to be right across the street. Where's she at? Where's her office? I can see her office. Oh, it's right there. Let me see it. Shout outs to the real estate agent who found my spot right there with the pink sign. Write down her number if you're looking for a place in Sejong, South Korea. I thought I settled on the right one, and they were like, wait a minute, I think there's one more that might be better. So we were able to negotiate a really good monthly rent and deposit. Y'all know that deposit is going to be expensive. It's about just short of $20,000, but it is what it is. But the monthly rent is so nice. It's basically free because my company pays half of it. I pay the other half, and it's less than $1,000 a month, American. It's crazy how cheap housing is here. It's expensive to get into it, but it's cheap to keep it, if that makes sense. Here. So what y'all got going on? I think it's still, I'm guessing it's probably at the very latest 8 p.m. Sunday evening. What time is it where you are, Lisa? If I remember correctly, Lisa, I don't know where you are, Lisa. I don't know where you are. I know where some people are, but I don't know where you are. Let me put my bus card away so I don't lose it. I got on the bus night before last to take it home and ended up in another city. Y'all, Korea is so small. It's the whole country is the whole country of South Korea is about the size of the state of Indiana. So you got to keep your eyes open whenever you use public transportation. But I was homesick this weekend real bad. I really wanted to be in LA so bad this weekend. That's really where I wanted to be. I never saw the cup rinser. I usually come down here in the afternoon to get some tea in my cup. I didn't know I could rinse my own cup. That's dope. Good to know. But yeah, we're feeling better. I've had to explain to the pharmacists here that Korean or Asian medicine altogether has a smaller dose than North American medicine. So whenever we've taken medicine, they've wondered why we run out so quick. And I'm like, them little 2 don't do nothing for me. I need 4. It's almost 7 where you are? Okay. It's 8:30 in the morning Me and my brother synchronized our watches yesterday. He's in Shanghai, and we're an hour apart. And my sister's in Germany. We were 9 hours apart, and now I think we're only 4 hours apart. So it's weird. I'm closer to the people that I talk to more often because most of my friends don't live in America. I'm closer to my friends now. So we get to talk more often because we're actually closer in time zone. But I'm further from y'all. And I was going to go live yesterday, and I was like, I don't even know what time it is. So I decided to just chill. You're in Louisiana, Lisa? I thought you were, but I didn't want to confuse you with Raging Cajun, who is also in Louisiana. I thought you were in Louisiana, but I wasn't sure. What's up, Zilla's wife? I moved to Korea for money. Keep it plain, keep it simple. My work is overseas generally. The work that I do tends to be more profitable overseas, and I can live on less in Asia. So when I got ready to go back to work, I released my resume all over the world, but the best offer came from Asia, and the best offer came from Sejong, South Korea. And I actually chose Sejong, South Korea. After researching the city, I chose to move here. And then I was offered a job here. So that's why, because money is better overseas. I mean, I think the only thing that's been weird has been the fruit and vegetables. Like, it's astonishingly expensive in Korea. And maybe it's because we're inland. Like where I live in Sejong is very inland. So there's not a lot of agriculture. This city used to be a peach orchard, and then they turned it into an administrative capital for South Korea. So there's like really nothing that grows here, and maybe that's why a bag of apples is $12. Somebody gave me a tangerine last week, and I almost cried because I was like, "You like me? You really like me?" Because fruit is expensive here, and if somebody gifts you a piece of fruit, I mean, that's a really, really big deal. They really do love you. So get up, baby.
I'm tired.
Ain't no need to be tired. You about to go to school. Get in the game. Get in the game, honey. But other than that, everything has been inexpensive. I mean, even the car that I'm purchasing is cheaper here than it is in America. Well, it's a domestic car here. It's a foreign car in America, so that makes a difference. But my housing, the apartment that I chose for a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, fully equipped apartment is less than. Well, they think it's expensive. They're like, "Are you sure you want to spend that much?" And I'm like, "You have no idea how cheap this is." I'll tell you, it's 800,000 Korean won, which is close to about $500, $600 a month for a brand new 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment in a high rise and in a great part of town, brand new building and everything. I had to explain to my boss, like, that's nothing. You can't get a hotel room for $400 a night in America. Barely. Barely. So it's a more economical decision, a more wise economical decision. I mean, right now my daughter and I are riding the bus, and it's free for her, and it costs me 1,500 Korean won one way, which probably is close to about 80 cents. I took a taxi last night or a couple nights ago, because I got lost in another city. And I took a taxi from the city that I was in to my house, and it cost me 13,000 Korean won, which is about, I say $7 or $8, $9. And the cab driver thought he came up. Am I concerned with the political climate? Always, and that's why I'm in South Korea. I'm always concerned with the political climate. I have lived in other countries before that were not allies with America, and when Donald Trump gets to talking, it causes problems for me. But the Korean government stands with the United States government. We're allies. And so it puts me in a much better position politically. My blue passport is good here. When I lived in China, I had issues being an American because Donald Trump was running his mouth, and him and Xi Jinping were not cool at all. Not cool, not even close to cool. Thank you, Lisa. Please like the video. And so there were times in America when I couldn't get a massage. My massage parlor wasn't allowing Americans in. Me and my girlfriend were traveling and we couldn't stay in hotels. I had to learn how to speak with a very good Chinese accent because taxi drivers wouldn't pick us up if they called and confirmed first. But here in Korea, you know, if you look at any Korean embassy website or consulate website, it says we stand with the American government, which means a lot to me because that means that we're going to be safer here than we normally would have been. The only issues I have are like with individual little people who have little itty bitty minds. You know, there's always going to be people locally who are racist or have small minds or think backwards. I've had to put a couple of people in check, especially at work, because they oftentimes confuse me for an African. And Africans put up with a whole lot more bullshit than Americans do. So I have had to put some of these bitches in check. But politically, I'm straight. Zilla, you said your husband is a veteran, 13 years active, is thinking about contracting out of the country. Okay, well, thank you for your service. Sorry for whatever you had to go through to prove it. I would definitely recommend leaving. Hello, Rose. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I didn't, not Rosetta. I didn't put this chat on subscriber mode only, just because I don't plan on being here for very long this morning or this evening for y'all. So just be respectful in the chat. Don't say nothing crazy. I don't want to have to put it on subscriber mode only, but I do hope you do subscribe to DELACREMEDELA. Shout out to the breakdown crew. I do got some good stuff coming for you guys. I did particularly choose a home that has space for a studio so that we could be together on a more regular basis again. It's been a while since we've been together regularly. One day I'll tell you some of the sacrifices I made and some of the things that I did to prepare to come to Korea, which meant our show had to sit on the back burner. One day I'll explain to you why in October I kind of fell off. I couldn't then because everybody can't understand the decisions that people have to make to do what they have to do. But now that I'm here, I can explain some of those things to you. Yeah, Rose, I did. I moved to, oh, good, Zilla. Thank you for subscribing back when I was, when I had my foot on Jaguar's neck at first. My foot is still on her neck. She knows it. Ask her to twitch. Rose, yes, I did. I moved to Sejong, South Korea, of all places. I told you guys back in November that I was going to be leaving the country again. I remember saying, I'm going to be moving, and people always think I'm talking shit until I go live in another country. So here I am. I'm in Sejong, South Korea. And this morning, excuse me, when I was meditating, it was crazy because whenever I get ready to manifest something, I pull in as many visuals as I can of that thing and of that place so that I can get it in my mind, because here's a tip. Your mind doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. So whenever you visualize something, you actually make it happen. And so I was sitting in the window of my apartment overlooking the city, and I had actually visualized this moment a million times before I got here. So I was meditating at 4 o'clock this morning. There's your teacher. Hello, Miss Amy. Say good morning. I had actually visualize this moment and this bridge that happens to be right across from my purview. I've actually seen this bridge just by studying the city. I used to do drive-through visuals. There are people that drive through cities and they put a dash cam in their window. And I learned city by watching, by going on people's YouTube pages, putting in the name of the city and watching their drive-through videos. And this one particular bridge happened that I've seen a zillion times happens to be right across from my window. And so this morning I was sitting in the window, 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was pitch black and the bridge was lit up and there were only a few cars going back and forth. And I'm meditating and I'm like, we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. So it was a nice moment again, to see what I've seen. It's beautiful. The life I get to live is just absolutely amazing. I've had this knack of knowing where I'm going and going and going and going there. So fortunately, my daughter has been cooperative because she's had to go everywhere I've been. But anyway, I'm not going to be on here much longer. I got about 11 minutes before I have to go up and log into work. I had a 30-minute, some downtime Friday before I left work, so I got to plan my morning. If you know anything, you know how valuable that is. So I don't have to go rush up to work because my morning has already been planned. So I get to take it a little easy this morning. You all good? You want to go into school? You just want to go back to bed? Huh? Yeah. Yeah. You want to go back to bed? Yeah. Thank you, Collectibles for Sale by. Look out for a message from me soon so we can schedule our next one-on-one together. I'm guessing sometime in the coming week. I should probably be doing that. So I see all my colleagues filing in at Starbucks to get our morning to-dos. That lets me know it's time to get ready for work. We all go in a little early. But anyway, it's proven to be a great decision. Sejong is an amazing place. I love it. My boss is awesome. My colleagues are awesome. My kids are awesome. My parents are awesome. It is 8:50 a.m. in South Korea. You know, we have the same time zone. We're in the same time zone as Japan as well. So South Korea and Japan are the same. See you in a minute. Everybody got their, is Olive Young open yet? Oh no, it's not open yet. No, not yet. I need to go over there and get some hand cream. What time is it where you are, Collectibles? Is it 4 a.m.? Wait, 4 p.m. Almost 5 p.m. where you are? Thank you, Zilla's wife. I received the Godspeed. I am, so that makes it easy. 4:51 p.m. You know what? I miss the desert. I miss that air. I miss the warmth. Fortunately, we do have the sun because we don't have that same air pollution that China has. So I can see the sun. I'm sure you can see it too. But I miss Arizona when it comes to that weather, baby. I have a coat that I only wear in California, and I've worn it. It's going to be warmer this week. It's going to be about 50 or 60 degrees this week, but next week it's dropping down to like 30 degrees. And I'm like, oh my God. So we got to stay warm this week so we don't catch a cold next week. Because if we get too comfortable this week, then we'll get sick when the temperature drops again next week. Yeah, we are good. I know that's right. No, we're good. You know what's crazy is I explain to people that Korean culture is completely different than Chinese culture. My daughter and I have not had one person walk up to us trying to touch us, take our picture. There hasn't been anybody following us, like all the things that we used to experience in China, we don't experience any of that stuff here. Nobody tries to touch our hair. People don't bother us. We're just another person. Nobody's that impressed. Very, very seldom will there be a person who's like, oh, hello, where are you from? Da-da-da-da. And usually it's kids that are in awe. But usually, like most people here do travel. So they've lived in the UK, and they've lived in America, and they've lived in Canada and Australia, and been in other parts of the world, South Africa, and so they're used to seeing other people. Like literally, we walk up and down the street, and we're nobody. Nobody. Like it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing how much we do blend in. It's refreshing. You know, we sit down on the bus and nobody gets up and moves because brown-skinned people are sitting down. It's amazing. It's been beautiful. It's been a really, really beautiful situation. And, you know, I told my boss when I interviewed for this job that Korean culture has a more sophisticated culture. And that's part of why I chose to be here. And it's true. There's just more sophisticated people. I'm gonna get off here now because it's 8:53 and I need to go on upstairs and transition into school. You wanna sing us out with me? Yeah? Okay. So for now, that's all I got. She gotta go upstairs and comb her hair. Don't come for my baby. She been wearing a hood, so she going upstairs to comb her hair before school. Go ahead. That's it. We'll holla. Everywhere we go, we triple our worth. Don't ever get it twisted. Bye, you guys. Hey, Prima Donna. Welcome in. I'll see y'all next time.
Bye-bye.